All right, let's talk about some Yoshi. You kind of already started the conversation, but yes, this game is it's way more chill than one Doctor Mario, though. I think that's both a good thing and a bad thing, because this game, for better or for worse, is definitely again a lot more chill. I couldn't imagine playing this for very long by yourself. This is 100% a game that I think you need to play with friends, a friend, I think, and that at the variable level settings, there's some cool stuff that you can do against somebody else, whether it's completing the level or just like surviving for longer than the other person. I think there's definitely some fun to be had there. The only unfortunate thing, however, though, is one thing that Dr. Mario had that Yoshi didn't have was the option to change music at any time. You could do that if you're playing one player. You had three songs even that you could change to if you're playing Yoshi one player mode, and that's cool. It's just unfortunate that if you're playing two player mode, you're locked to just the one song for that entirety of your match, and that wouldn't normally be a bad thing for an NES game, but when you directly compare Dr. Mario, which we just played, it's noticeable. It is noticeable. That being said,
Me,
what's
give
up?
me
What's
multiplayer song request, you cowards.
Yeah, 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 and that's crazy too. That Dr. Mario became like a full on series. Yoshi really didn't. Like this is the only game in the Yoshi. You can't even say the only game in the Yoshi series because that's not true. Because then it became Yoshi's Island, and then that's its own series. It's confusing. Like, and that's the only problem that I feel like the title of this game has retroactively gotten worse and worse because now that Yoshi has become such a big character with his own series, you tell someone, hey, you want to just go play Yoshi, they'll assume that maybe you just want to go play like I don't know Yoshi's Story or Yoshi's Island or something like that or any other Yoshi game that had Yoshi in it, and then you're maybe talking about the puzzle game. No one knows what the heck you're talking about. But to be fair, I feel like very few people even know this game exists. So like I feel like my situation that I just described probably would never even happen anyway, so maybe I'm crazy. But if anything, I feel like that has caused this game to fade even more into obscurity, just being called Yoshi. But all that aside, it is a pretty fun puzzle game. But I think it really is best experienced with friends because I feel like the gameplay with it can get frantic if you're playing at high levels, but they can also go long if you're playing at like low levels. Like unlike Dr. Mario, which can legitimately be like a lot of fun if you're even if you're playing on low levels because it's just based on who completes the level first. I feel like Yoshi games could run really long on like lower levels. So yeah, but
I'd like to say, like, from the perspective of a parent, like I would think that like the easier difficulty for Yoshi might lend it to being easier, but when you really sit and look at the mechanics, it doesn't because what ends up happening is you get stuck. You have to have the complexity of like swapping the arms around to try to get the
mm-hmm,
things together.
mm-hmm,
And I as an adult, I totally dig that, and I think that does lend itself to being fun. It makes sense why it's not as fast
uh
as
huh.
Mario is, but like if I have to only pick one, I think Dr. Mario would have to be the one. I'd have to. You'd have to keep right if you had to keep her toss one. I'd have to keep Dr. Mario.
I can see that. I can see that. Between the two, yeah, I can definitely see that. So, yeah, Yoshi, it may not be the most robust puzzle game out there for sure. Like it is pretty slow, but it's still enjoyable. I think it's worth playing a few matches with a friend if they know how to play Yoshi themselves for a fun time. And it's the only puzzle game like exactly like it. Like there's been like lots of other Dr. Mario games out there, but Dr. Mario is almost the same, so that doesn't really matter. You can play this one online with friends, and it's fine. Yoshi is at least more unique, so that's worth noting. And